Welcome to my channel Valuable Coins, All World. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end. You won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. Imagine holding a piece of American history right in the palm of your hand, a small, silver-colored coin that once jingled in the pockets of everyday people, passed through countless hands, and somehow, against all odds, became a hidden treasure worth a fortune today. Welcome to the fascinating story of the 1970 Washington quarter dollar from the United States of America, a coin that might just make you look twice at the change in your wallet. Now, when we talk about U.S. coins, the Washington quarter is one of the most iconic. First minted in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, this coin quickly became a mainstay in American currency. It's a quarter that nearly every American has held at some point in their life. But not all quarters are created equal, and the 1970 version of this coin has an extraordinary twist that separates it from the rest. At first glance, the 1970 Washington quarter dollar looks just like any other. It features the profile of George Washington on the front, stoic and noble, with the word liberty above and the motto "In God We Trust" to the side. Flip it over, and you'll see the familiar eagle with spread wings, perched atop a bundle of arrows, framed by olive branches, symbols of peace and strength. But buried beneath this familiar design is a hidden detail that transforms this coin from common change into a collector's dream. What makes the 1970 quarter so special? It's not just the year or the design. It's a printing error, a very rare one. Some of the 1970 Washington quarters were actually struck on leftover coins from other countries, specifically a 1941 Canadian quarter. You heard that right. A United States quarter was mistakenly minted on a coin intended for another nation's currency. This type of minting mistake is called a double denomination error, and it's incredibly rare. Now imagine the odds. At a time when millions of coins were being produced each year, just a tiny handful of these error coins ever made it out of the mint. Most were likely caught and destroyed, but one, or maybe just a few, escaped the presses and ended up in circulation, hiding in plain sight. And for decades, they went unnoticed, tossed in with other loose change, forgotten in drawers, or tucked away in old collections. It wasn't until much later that collectors began to uncover the truth. When examined closely under magnification, the traces of the original 1941 Canadian coin can still be seen beneath the U.S. design. That's what makes this coin so extraordinary. It's literally two coins in one. A rare, once-in-a-lifetime minting error that brings together two countries in a single quarter. As word of this discovery spread, coin enthusiasts and collectors alike were stunned. Auctions started to heat up, and coin experts began searching for more examples. But the supply was incredibly limited. Just a few verified pieces exist. And when rare meets in demand, the value skyrockets. So how much is this little piece of metal actually worth? This is the part where it gets exciting. Point 1. Verified example of the 1970 Washington quarter. Struck over a 1941 Canadian quarter, was sold by a prominent collector, and the final sale price left jaws on the floor. It wasn't $500. It wasn't $1,000. It wasn't even $10,000. No, this little 25-cent coin sold for $100,000. That's right. 100,000 United States dollars for a quarter that might have once bought a stick of gum. It's a powerful reminder that hidden treasures are all around us. That even something as ordinary as a coin can become a valuable artifact when history, error, and rarity collide. This is why collectors are always on the lookout, examining each coin closely, hunting for the next legendary find. And maybe, just maybe, the next one is sitting in your piggy bank or change jar right now. So the next time you come across a Washington quarter from 1970, take a closer look. Turn it under the light. Examine the details. Because what looks like ordinary change could be something far more extraordinary. A rare piece of history worth not just cents, but a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight. Top 2. We're diving into one such story. The incredible tale of the 1994 Washington quarter dollar from the United States of America. A coin that might seem like pocket change to most people, but to a few lucky collectors, it has turned out to be a jackpot hiding in plain sight. The Washington quarter is no stranger to American history. First introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington, it quickly became a symbol of national pride. For decades, it has passed through countless hands, buying sodas, parking time, or simply dropped in fountains with hopeful wishes. But behind the shine and simplicity of this 25-cent coin lies a world of surprises, especially when we focus on one particular year, 1994. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about a 1994 quarter? After all, millions were minted, right? Yes, that's true. But here's the twist. Not all coins are struck equally. Among those millions, a rare handful came off the minting press with a flaw so unusual, so precise, that it instantly caught the eyes of sharp collectors and coin experts alike. Let's take a step back and picture the U.S. Mint. A massive operation of precision and speed, stamping coins with incredible force. But occasionally, something goes wrong. A die might be misaligned, a planchet might be imperfect, or a previous coin might leave a ghostly trace beneath the surface of a new one. And that's exactly where the 1994 quarter stands apart. Some rare versions of the 1994 Washington quarter were struck with what experts believe to be a dramatic double die error. This means that during the minting process, the coin's image was stamped not once, but twice, slightly off register, creating a visual doubling effect. This doubling is usually visible in the word liberty, or sometimes in the date or the motto, "In God We Trust." To an untrained eye, it might look like a blur or shadow, but to a seasoned collector, it's a golden signal, one that says this is no ordinary coin. In some cases, these error coins also show incredible detail in their design, sharper feathers on the eagle, stronger lines around Washington's face, or other anomalies that set them apart from regular circulation coins. And when you combine rarity with condition, especially if the coin is in near mint state, you have something truly exceptional on your hands. These coins aren't just rare, they're almost mythical. So rare, in fact, that only a few examples are known to exist with this specific error and in pristine condition. That's the kind of scarcity that makes collectors sit up in their chairs and lean in a little closer. Because in the coin world, rarity plus demand equals serious value. That it's fascinating to think that a simple 1994 quarter, something you might have spent without thinking twice, could actually be a treasure worth far more than its face value. In fact, one such rare example found its way into a private auction where seasoned collectors competed fiercely to add it to their collection. The bids kept climbing, one after the other, until the hammer finally came down. And that single, remarkable quarter sold for $60,000. That's right, 60,000 United States dollars for one 25-cent piece. A small slice of metal with a printing error that turned it into a hidden gem.s. Oh, what does this mean for you? It means that treasure hunting isn't just something you see in movies. It's real. And it could be as simple as checking the change in your pocket or digging through a jar of old coins you've had for years. Look closely. Study the details. You never know what kind of history or fortune you might be holding, because sometimes the most valuable things are the ones we overlook. And in the case of the 1994 Washington quarter dollar, that little coin might just be the most unexpected treasure of them all. Top 3. Have you ever thought that the coins jingling in your pocket might be worth more than just a few cents? Imagine flipping through your spare change and coming across something so valuable, so rare, that it could change your life in an instant. That's not a fantasy. That's the real story behind one of the most unexpected treasures in American coinage, the 1998 Washington quarter dollar. Let's take a journey through time. The Washington quarter is one of the most familiar coins in American history. Since 1932, it has featured the unmistakable image of George Washington, the first president of the United States. For generations, it's been a symbol of patriotism, tradition, and everyday utility. Whether used for vending machines, parking meters, or slipped into piggy banks, the quarter has touched nearly every American hand. But every once in a while, a coin breaks the mold. In 1998, the U.S. Mint produced tens of millions of quarters. Most of them were perfectly ordinary, mass-produced, circulated widely, and forgotten in change jars. But among the sea of sameness, a small number of these coins were struck with an error, a mistake that would go unnoticed by most, but become a treasure to those with a keen eye and a bit of numismatic knowledge. Now, here's where the story gets fascinating. Some rare 1998 quarters were struck with a dramatic and highly sought-after mint error, what collectors refer to as an off-center strike, or, in some cases, a clipped planchet. What does that mean? Well, during the minting process, the coin blank, known as a planchet, didn't sit perfectly centered under the die. As a result, the image was stamped slightly off, leaving part of the design missing or skewed. These kinds of errors don't happen often, and when they do, they're usually caught and destroyed. But a few slipped through. One such 1998 Washington quarter shows a misalignment so unique. It turns a common coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible. In some cases, you can see Washington's profile pushed noticeably to the left or right. Other times, the rim of the coin is uneven, and parts of the text may be partially missing. These imperfections, while they may seem like flaws, are exactly what give the coin its incredible value. Think of it like a rare misprint on a postage stamp or a first edition book with a printing quirk. In the world of collectors, those little mistakes often become the most valuable items of all. Now imagine finding one of these rare quarters in your pocket. It's just sitting there, waiting to be discovered. Most people would spend it without a second thought. But to someone who knows what to look for, that same coin could be a goldmine. To make things even more interesting, condition matters too. A 1998 Washington quarter with an error might be worth something. But if it's in near-perfect condition, what collectors call mint state or uncirculated, then its value increases exponentially. The sharper the details, the cleaner the surface, the higher the price climbs. It's like finding a rare painting not just intact, but in flawless condition. These rare error coins are more than collectibles. They're pieces of history. They represent a glitch in the system, a rare moment when human error met mechanical precision and created something unintended but extraordinary. It's a reminder that even in a world of mass production, uniqueness still holds power. Oh, how rare is this kind of 1998 quarter? Extremely. Only a handful of these off-center or misprinted examples have ever been documented, and even fewer are in excellent condition. When one of these elusive coins makes its way to auction, collectors take notice. The competition is fierce, the bids fly high, and the final price is always jaw-dropping. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. One of these rare and pristine 1998 Washington quarter dollars, with a dramatic mint error and in remarkable condition, didn't just attract attention. It became a legend in the coin collecting community. When it finally sold, after intense bidding and national interest, the final hammer came down on an astonishing figure. That single, incredible quarter sold for $50,000. Yes, 50,000 United States dollars for a coin that originally carried a value of just 25 cents. It's an amazing story. A tale of a coin meant for daily transactions that turned into a treasure worth more than some cars, more than many paychecks, more than most people ever expect from something so small. It's a reminder to all of us, don't overlook the ordinary. Because sometimes, the most extraordinary things are hiding right in front of our eyes. The next time you sort through your change or stumble across a forgotten jar of coins, take a closer look. Check the date. Look for the signs. You never know. Your next big discovery might be hiding in the palm of your hand. And who knows? You just might be holding your very own $50,000 quarter.